Say my name.
Hey beautiful people, this is Zanex, and I am here to bring to you some very crucial details that were revealed in a recent Q&A done by IMC Games, which is founded by the father of Ragnarok Online, quote unquote, father, Mr. Hak-Yu Kim. Now, I'm not going to go over the entire Q&A, but I do want to touch on some very, very important points, and if you want to see the full Q&A, just head over to MMOculture.com. So when I read about this Q&A, the first thing I was immediately interested in knowing was more details about the class system. And we got just that, but we didn't get like a whole lot of details. For example, there's this one question that said, what classes are there? And the answer goes, there are 4 basic classes included, roughly translated, warrior, magician, archer, and cleric. Currently, the class advancement system is up to the 3rd stage. Players can also remain as their basic class, no need for class advancement, and continue to strengthen their basic skills. So similar to Ragnarok Online, it seems like there's going to be the novice class where you can be a novice, and hopefully there's a super novice, just like in Ragnarok Online. It goes on to further state that even after class advancement, players can edit and use the skills from their previous classes. Each class will also have its own unique characteristics. I don't know what this means. I wish it provided more details as to what it means, because we know that there's going to be something like over 80 classes in the entire game as previously reported. I don't know how the system is going to expand into having 80 different class choices, but I am definitely excited to see what the future holds. And also in regards to classes, the question was asked, are the classes going to be gender locked? Some of the classes in Ragnarok Online were gender based, and I guess gender locked as well, but the answer to this question was no. Players are free to choose from either the male or female character models for all classes. So there's not just going to be a female dancer and then a male bard. There's going to be a male, well, I'm not saying there's going to be a dancer or a bard class at all whatsoever. However, in this case, there would be a male dancer and female dancer, and a male bard and a female bard. Another thing I was wondering about was, what will the PvP be like? Because I know like Ragnarok Online itself is not infamous for being a PvP scene. However, the PvP scene in Ragnarok Online was pretty amazing. So the question was asked, will there be open world player kill? And the simple answer is there will not be any open world player killing. However, there are plans for PvP tournaments. So I am going to guess that there's going to at least be instances similar to Ragnarok Online in which you can teleport to, phase into, whatever in order to PvP. I am just happy that this game is going to have a dose of PvP, because with the amount of class combinations, skill combinations, so on and so forth, I am definitely interested to see how this game goes as far as the PvP goes. And to touch on the PvE, the question was asked, is Tree of Savior a quest-driven game? The answer to that was, there are tons of quests in Tree of Savior, including the main storyline quests and side quests. Players have the freedom to choose if they want or when they want to complete the quest, and achievements will be recorded in the adventure journal as well. Ragnarok Online, when I first played it, barely had any quests. That game was pretty much the epitome of grind, but it wasn't, well, it was horrible grind. I'm not even gonna front. It was really, really, really bad grind. But being 13, 14, 15 years old, and being the age of gaming that it was at the time, grind was kind of like the standard for that time. It kind of still is today's quote-unquote generic standard. So with this game, I'm not sure exactly how the questing system is going to be, but I hope that I'm not against questing, I'm not against main stories, I'm not against side quests, but I hope that they're dynamic. I hope it's not the same repetitive kill 30 kobolds, kill 50 I don't know, mud soils I hope that it really has some depth to it, especially with the sheer amount of boss monsters that's going to be in the game. I'm hoping that most of these quests will involve like multiple players going after the same quest, killing the same boss, really trying to work together to take down some of these more challenging parts of the game. And finally, the one point I did want to touch on, just to keep this a little bit short, because again, you can see the entire interview on MMOculture.com. The question was asked, when will Tree of Savior launch? I think that's a very great question that we all want to know. The answer to that question was a focus group test, FGT, was held earlier this year in February, and the closed beta is expected to be, or is currently scheduled for this summer, but that is subject to change. Fingers crossed. As quickly as this can get to Korea, as quickly as this can get out the doors into the Korean hands, it means it's going to be one step faster for North America. So I don't want them to rush it at the same time. Like, I'd much rather have an amazingly polished Ragnarok Online 2, not the trash that's out there currently, but the real Ragnarok Online 2. I'd rather have that than say what is currently available. And it's very obvious I am not a fan of the official Ragnarok Online 2. Tree of Savior, I am definitely going to keep an eye on it. I have been looking at it, been keeping my ears open for any other details. And I just hope you guys really are excited for it as well, because if you are a Ragnarok Online fan, I don't see how you cannot just be clinching onto the hope for a real standard Ragnarok Online 2 sequel, something that's really worthy of being associated with Ragnarok Online 2. Even though there's not going to be any official association, to us it's still going to be the real Ragnarok Online sequel. Anyway guys, I just wanted to bring this to you. Again, please visit MMOculture.com for the entire interview, and have a wonderful and amazing day. Thank you, and stay beautiful.